Hello, welcome back to another vlog. It is Monday after work, after my workout. I feel like I have just been in a workout slump. I go regardless because that's what we do. We don't let motivation determine if we're gonna work out or not. But I do like to feel like I am like in it. You know, I just feel like I've been going through the motions. But the workout I just did, I felt so good. I did heavy lunges, which who likes to do lunges? But I was like, I just can feel my booty cheeks growing as I progress through this, which, what a feeling. And then in the workout, there were 10 bar muscle ups, and I did all 10 bar muscle ups unassisted, so no bands. And if that doesn't make you feel good, I don't know what will. It just makes me feel so strong and so confident when I like master a skill. I love lifting heavy. I love being able to lift heavy weights and be strong, but gymnastics movements, especially in CrossFit, they just are a different kind of strong. And when you finally can like master them, I wouldn't say I have mastered this, but it just feels like I have been putting in the work for like a year. I got my first bar muscle up last July or last June, something like that. And I finally feel like they're not super foreign, and I'm like more confident in them. Oh, it's just so good. I am clearly not in my car. I am in my dad's truck. Him and my mom are out of town, and I work near their house. So on my lunch break, I went over to their house, left my car, took his truck. They know, I asked. I was like, hey, can I borrow the truck? So I'll have the truck for tonight, and then tomorrow on my lunch break, I'll just switch them back. But finally making moves on the duplex. We gotta get furniture and like big things out of there. So we originally, there was just so much moved into the duplex because you just don't know what you need. Like, I didn't know how I wanted to decorate. There were like 4 or 5 bookcases. Do I need all of them? Do I need none of them? So it was just like move all the extra furniture into the duplex, use what I can to decorate the inside, and now we're at the point where there's some stuff that doesn't need to be in there. It needs to go back to the house. It could probably be sold on Facebook Marketplace, but I also don't want to have to deal with like haggling people. And so I went and got the truck because there's a bookcase, a dresser, and then honestly, if I can just like pack boxes, I can very much just picture there's a bookcase in the living room, and there is like books on it that I read at the beach. Those don't need to be at the duplex. I can take them back to the house and put them on the bookcase in the house. So it's just like little things that I want to start like slowly getting over to the house, because I can't, it's almost like I can't put it together with all these things in the way. So I grabbed the truck. We'll put the bookcase and the dresser in here, move it back to the house, and I need to put together a dresser and a bed frame, and then the mattress I ordered is in a box, so I need to like unfold it so it can like fluff out and stuff. And we're gonna start making moves. This is, by golly, I am determined to make this a productive week. I'm determined to make this a good week. So let's do it. I'm gonna feel really bad when Denali sees the truck because she knows that it's Papa's truck. I think she's actually ridden in it more than I have, and she's gonna be so sad when it's not Papa, it's just me. Oh, bitch, stretch. Oh, yeah, girl, stretch it. Come here. Will you nip it? Will you nip it? Hey, girl. Oh, I know, Papa's not here. I'm sorry. See, like, this is what I mean. This is stuff, little things that can just, like, go back to the house. And then this is the bed frame, this is the dresser, this is the mattress. This is gonna go in the truck to go to the house. I put this on Facebook Marketplace, the desk and the chair. Hopefully somebody comes and gets it. So that dresser, and then there's a bookcase downstairs that needs to go in the truck, and then just miscellaneous stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the basement, like there's a lot of like tools and stuff in the basement, because remember I told you the deck is new? So a lot of the tools that were used to work on the deck, this is not the one I want. So a lot of the tools that were used to work on the deck are in the basement. So they need to go back to the house and get out of the basement, because like part of me wishes that I could just lock the basement and deal with it later and just have people move in and just tell them like, hey, I will get stuff out of the basement eventually. But I don't, where is the scoop? Hello? I don't want to stick my hand in here and just dig, but where is the scoop? Found it. I don't want to be in people's space once they've moved in. And then also, like even if, let's say the basement was off limits and they couldn't get to it, even just, I still think that's rude. But also, I can't, because the washer and dryer are down there for the bottom unit. So I can't close it off because they need access to it to do their laundry. I need to buy more of this. So things just have to get out. So I think like every day is just gonna have to be take little by little, and the last thing to go will be like clothes and bathroom stuff, because well, I need that to like go to work. But like I'm looking at a cabinet that's just like full of first form supplements, and like those could probably go to the house, because I'm not gonna need 4 jugs of protein and the 4 things of collagen and the 2 pre-workouts and the 2 magnesiums that I'm literally looking at, that I know are in this cabinet. I'm not gonna go through all those. Look, like all of those can be cleaned out. It's just like amazing how you accumulate stuff. Like I didn't think that there was that much brought in here, like other than furniture, and yet just by like living, there's a bunch of stuff. That's so good. I do Fairlife milk because it has more protein than regular milk. So start with that. Vegan protein from First Form. I can't have whey protein because it breaks my face out. If you get those like deep, I call them undergrounders, like pimples, zits, especially around your jawline, whey, biotin, and B12 could be your triggers. Obviously everyone is different, but those are my triggers. So I can't have whey protein, and then like I'm gonna hurt some feelings, but Alani's have B12 in them and biotin, and those will instantly break my face out. So I avoid whey, biotin, and B12 like the plague, and my face rarely breaks out. I mean, I get like a zit here and there, but not like deep ones. So chocolate frost vegan protein, and then PB2 with milk. It's like a Reese's milkshake, and it's 30 grams of protein, 32 I think. So good. Here we go. We got the goods. I'm working late because I'm a singer. Oh, he looks so cute. You're gonna tell me that's not the most magnificent looking hot dog you've ever seen? I could eat seafood every day of my life. It's game season, baby. This is a 4-pack of ground turkey, so just take out one at a time, freeze the rest. Here's the thing, this is usually a really good deal on chicken breasts, but I actually hate cooking raw chicken. I would rather just buy cooked chicken. These are so good, like in an omelet or just for a side at breakfast. This salmon, and then I put it on toast. This is what I'm talking about. I would rather buy these. They're individually packaged, and each package is 24 grams of protein, and then they're already cooked. These are so fire. They're already cooked, and then you just kind of warm them up in a skillet. So if you had like minute rice and maybe like frozen broccoli in the microwave, quick dinner. I have yet to find a Kevin's that I don't like. This Korean barbecue, the Thai coconut, this roasted garlic one is pretty good, but you need to add a bunch of other stuff with it because it's almost kind of bland. Like it's truly just chicken and garlic. If I don't get that other chicken, I get these. It's just cooked chicken strips. This is a really good deal. I just like that these are already packaged. Can never go wrong with this yogurt. the best place to buy your cottage cheese is at Costco. It is this big container of good cultured cottage cheese, and this is what we need for waffles. These chicken nuggets. Obviously this is not high protein, but these are individually packaged broccoli packs. So you can just heat it up in the microwave. It's like 2.5 minutes, and then it's like 2 servings of broccoli, and there's a bunch of packs in here. Same thing with this. It's a giant bag of edamame, but inside is individual bags of edamame. And this actually is high protein. One bag is like 12 grams of protein. And it has a decent amount of fiber too. Also, I love this rice. There are 12 individual bowls, and you just microwave them for 90 seconds, and I take them to work all the time. They're perfect. Also, the house always stays stocked with canned chicken, because just like the other chicken, it is just easy for recipes or throwing in a meal and it's already cooked. If canned chicken weirds you out, don't get it. Y'all already know the house stays stocked with bonza pasta. Not high protein related, but I get these and keep them in the freezer, and I like these more than regular Reese's. I eat 2 every night after dinner, and I can't live without them. Got the goods. Morning. Remember yesterday how I was like, I am determined to get stuff done this week? Yeah, okay, so yesterday, once I was home from Costco and done putting the groceries away and showered and stuff, it was after 9:30. And I was like, where did the day go? Where did the day go? See, this is why people want either a 4-day work week or hybrid. This is why so many people want remote jobs, because if you are doing anything in your life, not just renovating like a house, but that especially, if you're just like wanting to see your friends, you just don't have the time, or at least to like do multiple things. Like you can't clean your house and see your friend in the same night, and that's just dumb. And what am I gonna do, quit? Just kidding. I like being able to pay my bills, so that's tough. I think what's just gonna have to happen is sacrificing sleep. Because I was like, oh my gosh, it's 9:30, whatever. I took Denali out, and I was like probably asleep by 10:05, like in bed asleep. And because I like really value sleep and recovery, me and Rita, but I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to sacrifice it and just be like, we're just gonna have to have less sleep for a couple days just to get stuff done. Otherwise, it's like, it's not gonna happen. And that's tough. Also, I think the couple that is Airbnb-ing the house this weekend, I'm like 98% sure that she found me from TikTok or something, which is very cool because income, right? But also it feels like really close to home that somebody that knows me also knows my address. I also wish I had $1 million to redo the house. Like I think it's cute, but it's just like, meh, cute. Like it's just enough to get by, but I want it to feel really cute. I also want to paint the walls, but paint is expensive. And also, like I just said, what time do I have to paint? Well, at least not while I'm in this duplex. Nothing's happening with the other house, I'll tell you that. Oh. And speaking of friends, I am going to trivia tonight at one of the breweries in town with friends at 7. Here's my goal. Maybe if I say it out loud, I can manifest it a little bit. Is go to Target on my lunch break, because I got sheets at Costco last night for the beds, but I don't have a mattress protector for this bed. And not only do I not have a mattress protector, I don't have a comforter, pillows, or anything like that. Like, I just have the mattress and sheets. So I need to get a comforter and stuff. So maybe, depending on how busy work is, on my lunch break, I can run to Target and get a comforter. And then after work, go to the gym, come home, put the bed frame and the mattress up. I think the dresser would be a little ambitious. I bought that dresser 3 times now. It's in one of the bedrooms upstairs, the big bedroom down here, and then I just bought it again for the other bedroom. And damn inflation, every time I've bought it, it has become more expensive. The very first time I bought it, let me trim my bangs. Should we? I probably shouldn't. I kind of want to though. I'm gonna do it. Because who cares? Nice. Okay, anyways. I completely forgot what I was saying. I think what I was saying was Target on my lunch break, and then after work, go to the gym, come here, bed and mattress, and then trivia. Oh no, what I was saying is I bought that dresser 3 times now, and inflation is real. The first time I bought it for upstairs, it was like $160, I think. And then when I bought it for the one down here, it was $166. And when I just bought it last week for this other bedroom, it was $175 or like $177. And that's just in 3 months. The first one I bought was in like May. That's stupid. All right, it's lunchtime. I ran out of work to come to my parents' house and swap the car. So I'm back in my car and I put the truck back. I did get my dad a full tank of gas. I have been just running around all morning. I work in manufacturing and we are in a build phase. So that means we are looking at the product being actually built on the assembly line. Because a lot of times it's like static. We're either like in just a giant room and piece by piece building it while it's just sitting there. And now we're so far along in production that we're trying to get it built on the assembly line so the operators can learn how to build it, and also so we can see how the operators navigate new parts and things like that. So the build started at 6:40 this morning, and when I walked into work, I put my backpack down and went out onto the floor and was not back up at my desk until 8 minutes ago when I went upstairs to grab my keys, come back down to go and swap the car. So we're gonna run to Target really quick, see what we can get, and then it's back to work for the rest of the day, because that's what you gotta do. And look, I drive an SUV. I have a RAV4. It is a smaller SUV, but an SUV nonetheless. But I just feel so small now in my car compared to being in my dad's truck. That thing is like massive. Even the cab, like I was actually very surprised how big the cab is in that truck. Okay, we need 4 pillows, a mattress protector, a bedspread, art if we want it, and then the downstairs actually doesn't have a toaster, so I'm gonna see if they have like a cheap toaster I can get. Okay, I really like this, but I get so worried that I buy stuff that's maybe a little more feminine, more girly, and if there are male travel nurses, they won't like it. This one might be better. It's like a navy, but it has these details on it. So it still has a little something, but it's not really feminine. We've got our 4 pillows. I try to do 2 that are like medium and 2 that are firm. And that way they can kind of decide what pillows they like based on how they like pillows. I actually don't like firm pillows. I could be okay with sleeping my head directly on the mat. Now we need a mattress protector. Okay, I grabbed a mirror and some art, and then obviously some fake plants. So not only is that dresser in 3 of the bedrooms, I have bought that specific mirror for both bedrooms upstairs, and there was only 1 here today, but I will probably put it in both bedrooms downstairs because it just works so well above that dresser. Okay, we have to get out of here and go back to work. All right, we're done with work. We're gonna run to the gym, and I'm just gonna do open gym so I can do a really quick workout and not do class, so we can get home and start being productive. I also forgot a shaker, so I'm putting pre-workout in the cup I used for iced coffee this morning. Lovely. I'm a little tired, so I need that. Okay, let's head to the gym.
Don't want
That was hot as hell. Oh my God. My goal is to put together the bed, because it's not just a bed frame. It is a bed frame and a headboard. So my goal is to put together the bed frame and the headboard and unroll the mattress before trivia. The reason I don't even want to do the dresser, one, because I know it takes a while, but two, I do my client check-ins for my personal training and my nutrition clients on Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays, and I only have 2 left. So I want to make sure that I get those girls their check-ins back before trivia. That needs to be like a priority. That will take me about half an hour. So I need to work backwards. Okay, trivia's at 7. We probably need to leave at like maybe 6:30, so we get there a little earlier. So I need to make sure that I'm doing them by at least 6. Or I could just do them first. I'll just do that because then I don't have to worry about not doing them. Okay, new plan. We go home. We do 2 client check-ins and then we start building the bed. I feel better about that plan. Do you? Okay, great. Break. I have no shame. This room is so dark and it's daytime. Like, this room is just so dark. So I use my light to do these check-ins. Hi, honey. Okay, so for starters, we're gonna go over progress pictures, of course. I know you said in your check-in. Okay, how are your clothes fitting? I see the changes you're talking about, but I just want more and I'm being impatient. I get being impatient, but also, can we, like, let's just look at this. You're like, I see them, but also, like, do you see them? Just because, like I said, sometimes the front doesn't show us a lot, but from the side and the back, we can see so much has changed in the last 7 weeks. Look at this side by side. Not only are you losing inches around your stomach, because make this your background. Look at yourself all day long. Look at how hot you are. Tell everybody. But also, from the back, you can see that your sports bra is fitting better, and we can start to see some really nice back muscles. Not only that, look at your butt. Do your warm-ups, and then I want 4 working sets, which to me, now that the second week in a row, you've done 180, then you need to start your working sets. So set 1, 10 at 180, 10 at 180, 8 if we're going down at 190, 8 at 200. There's no part of me thinks that you can't do 200 pounds. Your nutrition. I'm so proud of your nutrition this past week, and so were you, which is great because sometimes I feel like people don't brag on themselves enough. And you were like, no, I feel really good. I know you said in your check-in, you were like, I thought I did, oh, my light went out. I thought I did more than, or I thought I did it the majority of the week, and then you checked, you only did 3 days. That's okay. That's more than 2 days, right? Okay, so our goal is about 1,700 calories. And let's see, last Monday was the 19th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You hit your protein. You're right. 3, technically, I guess. 3 out of 7 days. Our goal is 130. But these 2 days where you hit 122, we're only 8 grams off. So I would honestly bump it up more to like 5 out of the 7 days you hit or got close to your protein goal. And this is so much more consistent, closer to 1,700 than you have been, because we were right at 15s, low 16s, and now we're closer to our goal of 1700. So not only are we seeing it in your workouts, right? Because you are lifting heavier more consistently, but I want you to talk to me about some non-tangible things. Some, like, not just lifting more in your workout. So how was your sleep? How was your mood? Like, when I'm consistently hitting my protein goal and have my nutrition and eating well and fueling my body well, not necessarily in a deficit, but just like to function. And for me, that's like 2,400 calories. I don't get that like lag at 2 p.m. I sleep better. I don't have as much brain fog. Like I just feel like more in this world, right? How's your mood? I'm not as cranky, right? So talk to me about some of those like non-tangible things. And then I also want to hear what your plan is for the week coming up, right? Because we just crushed it and you've already crushed it for the last 2 days on Monday and today. Which also I love that you already have everything logged. Like I'm assuming that you haven't eaten dinner yet, but you already have it in. And I love seeing that. And you can do that for the whole week if you want. If you know what you're gonna eat, go ahead and like on Sundays, I log what I'm eating all week. Okay, so my goal of getting the bed put together didn't happen, but I did finish all of my client check-ins, which I feel like is a more important goal than the bed. And now it's time to go play trivia. Headboard frame up, mattress is unrolled and inflating, I guess. It is 10:30. And I realize that's not like that late, but when I usually am in bed before 10 and I am asleep by now, I still need to shower and do all those things. But this is up. So this can inflate and then tomorrow we can start rocking and rolling. Do you ever just get to work and just sit in the parking lot? Because I don't want to go in. I feel like Nolly has been a little neglected the last couple days. So I took her on a walk at 5 o'clock this morning because I needed to be at work by 6:45. I see a nap in my future. I really do. Ooh, I skipped the gym. Well, kind of. No, I really did. Like, I did skip it. But it was for a good reason. One, but actually, you know what? I don't have to justify why I skipped the gym because I go to the gym 5-6 days a week. So I'm allowed to miss a day. But also, remember, I was just talking about how I was like, I'm gonna have to stay up late to figure things out and to get stuff done. So I figured if I take today as a rest day, which also, my booty cheeks hurt for Monday. Remember? I was like, I could feel them growing. Yeah, oh my God. I've been walking funny all day long. Getting off the toilet, weird, all day long. So I was like, okay, if I skip today, I'll have an hour and a half of extra, quote unquote, time, and then I'll just make sure to take Denali for just like an extra long walk, even though I forgot I walked her this morning. But it wasn't as long as we usually walk. It was just because I felt like she hadn't been getting out of the house, so just a quick little jaunt this morning. But I came to the house because there's Airbnb people this weekend and the only things left to clean are the kitchen and the bathroom. So I was like, okay, I'll run over here. I'll clean the kitchen and the bathroom. The house will be done for people because they come on Saturday, I believe. But I'm going to Lake on Friday and tomorrow I play sand. So I'll just finish it today and then I can get to the house and in the daylight, I can work on the second bedroom on the duplex. So we can start making moves. I can not feel like I'm so rushed getting from the gym and from the gym to the house, make sure Denali's fed, watered, and all the things. So look at my cute outfit from today at work. I got these camo joggers. They are actually men's, but they have a tie in them. I didn't tuck that in very well, but they fit my thighs and they feel good, but like the waist was super big, but you can like tie them and it cinches the waistband and then you can just button them and stuff. So if you feel like you can only find pants that fit your legs but not your waist, these are a really good option. And they're men's. I don't know why the men get all the cool stuff. But anyways, and then I wore this fun like muscle tee type thing. And this is ironic because I'm working in car manufacturing at the moment. But part of my job is to be out in a factory and the factory doesn't have air conditioning. So it's stupid hot. And so I was like, I'm gonna show off the guns because I just don't want to sweat. So this was my cute little work outfit today. Isn't that fun? I will say one of my favorite things that I bought for Airbnb guests are these makeup towels. You see white towels in hotels and Airbnbs and VRBOs because they're easy to clean. You can just bleach them and it's not a big deal. But makeup on these things is actually really hard to get off. And so I bought these. They're black and they are like actually really soft. But they're specifically to help take off makeup, and then they say makeup. I lose these, and by lose I mean people steal these often, which is fine. It's the cost of doing business, but it has saved the white towels a ton. Okay, that took longer than I thought because of course it did. And now we gotta get to Nolly Girl, poor thing, and work on the house in there. I got the desk out, and I think we can all agree. Bed, like the headboard needs to go against this wall and feet that way because, well, it already comes out pretty far. This is the doorway. So you wouldn't be able to really walk in, and that's the closet. So you can't open the closet door. So this needs to go this way, and then I guess we would put the dresser on this wall. Nothing says independence like putting a rug under a bed by yourself. My back already hurts. This is actually why I lift weights. Oh my God. So I can do things like this. I say that as I, oh God. Oh, I'm gonna have to stretch tonight. It's very much just like in the middle of the room. I'm trying to leave some space here for the nightstand that's gonna go there. But it's a rug nonetheless, and rugs make rooms feel warmer, so I'd rather give them a small rug than no rug. I hate not having to buy stuff because I like decorating and whatever, but it's the amount of trash that I make having to bring stuff in the house. Like the plastic from the sheets, and then the plastic from the pillows, and this big bag that the comforter's in. Like, you just create so much waste, and I really hate it. Wow, this blue is beautiful. Cute! So cute. I'm gonna try to be somewhat official and measure for the art. But we'll see. Happy Thursday. I actually got to go into work at a normal time today because we are not building on the assembly line today and tomorrow. So it's just regular work hours, and I really loved not getting up at 5:30. It was so great. I say that as I yawn, so clearly I'm still tired. So I got those paintings up, those pictures up, and then in the bedroom, and then today I want to get that dresser together. I play sand volleyball on Thursdays, so I'm gonna try to get that dresser together before sand, or at least the majority of it. And then if I get that dresser in there, get the mirror above it. I just need one more mirror for the first bedroom, and I need to get curtains for the second bedroom. I have curtain rods, and then I had curtains that I guess I bought for upstairs, but they're like 95 inches, which is like not a house that I own. at all, that is just so tall. Those are just such big ceilings, and I don't have that. So I need to go get 2 curtains, which is 4 curtain panels, because they sometimes don't sell curtain panels together, which is ridiculous because they're expensive. So 2 curtains, another mirror, and then it will just be getting shit out of the house, out of the duplex, back to the house. Literally. I think the washer still needs some plumbing worked on it, but I think my dad might come over tonight. And then I do want to get patio furniture, so we'll see how that goes. I found the cutest set on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, and it was a freaking scam. I was like, oh, why do people do this? Don't be a bad person. Like, just don't feel like it's that hard. So I would love to get them patio furniture for the deck, but if not, like, it's not the end of the world. Then I think that's it as far as like things that they will need goes. And then I am actually truly debating on hiring someone to deep clean. We all know what happened the last time I hired someone to deep clean, but I now know what to ask and make sure that my expectations are being met. So I might have someone deep clean the duplex, just because I'm just so busy and I'm so tired. And actually, I say that and then I might end up doing it, because I'm like, why would I pay when I could do it? And then I need to take pictures, and then we gotta get people in this. Oh, and also I need to buy more coffee pods and dog treats, because the Airbnb guest this weekend, there's only like 3 coffee pods left, so I need to refill it. I noticed that yesterday when I was cleaning. And then I know they're bringing a dog this weekend, and Denali's treats are there, but I think that they are low. So I'm gonna buy some extra dog treats for them. It's lunchtime. I've literally been running around all day. No, but actually I got to my desk a little before 8, and the first time I sat down was to grab my keys to leave. So we have like 12 minutes to run into Target for curtains, and then we got to go back because I have another meeting. I should have gotten a cart. I do this every time. I think I might also grab these lamps for their nightstands. Actually, I think I like these better. I think they would take up less space than this on someone's nightstand. Oh, that was one of the busiest days I've had in a while. Oh my gosh. I have like 12,000 steps. 12,011 steps just from work today. It's hot outside. It's 104 outside. All right, to the gym. Done at the gym. Do you guys want to hear something absolutely wild? So during one of my rest periods, I was on my phone, as one does, and I was looking at my Snapchat memories. 3 years ago today, I had just gotten to the Maldives for my honeymoon, which that honestly seems like, sometimes it seems like it didn't happen, and sometimes it feels like 20 years ago. 3 years ago, I was on my honeymoon. The plan was to spend a week in the Maldives in one of those over-the-water bungalows, and then a week in Greece where we met up with friends. And I didn't want to go on that honeymoon. I was in a loveless, abusive marriage, and I didn't want to go across the world alone with someone who had turned into my enemy, essentially, in my head. I was nervous about being alone. Especially in like the middle of the ocean, right? And I didn't want to go. We were in marriage counseling, and I told the counselor, I was like, I don't want to go on this trip. I just don't. And he told me that marriage was like a garden, and you have to tend to it. You have to garden, to tend to your marriage, and, you know, do whatever. He was like, you need to look at this trip as a gardening trip. And I was looking at it from like a safety aspect. I was so depressed that I was just having thoughts of not being on this earth anymore. I remember one of the big turning points was I was at an intersection where I was turning left. So I was like in the middle of the intersection because my light was like flashing yellow or whatever. So I was waiting for cars to go so I could turn left. And I thought about just crashing into one of the cars, like not waiting for it to go through and just turning my car into them, because I thought, if I crash into this car and I hurt myself badly enough and I go to the hospital, I will have days away. Like, I will just have, like, to me, getting in a car accident so bad that sent me to the hospital sounded like reprieve. And I remember getting through that light and then being like, oh my God, I had never had thoughts like that before. I had never just been so in a hole that is where my mind went. And I remember like essentially snapping out of it and thinking, I can't believe that just happened. Like, I can't believe those thoughts just ran across my mind. I was in therapy with my same therapist that I have now, and she's been with me for 4 years. She is my longest relationship, and I remember telling her that. And then eventually she was like, you need to see me once a week. And I had to fill out a paper every week of like how I was feeling, where my mental health was, things like that, because I think she was thinking about sending me to the grippy sock place. So, I remember not wanting to go on that honeymoon. We went anyway, and I hated it. It was essentially like a nightmare coming to life. Like, I felt like I was forced to go, but then I also felt like I'm in this beautiful place. I'm having this once in a lifetime trip. I'm spending a week in an over the water bungalow, and then I'm spending a week in Greece. Like, what am I doing? It just felt so like surreal. Like, I don't know. It was like I was in a simulation. And shortly after we got home is when I left. I remember I was going to a friend's birthday party, and I thought, if I don't leave tonight, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on this earth. Like, my mental health was just so bad. And I really, really quickly grabbed clothes for a couple days, stuff for work, stuff for the gym, like 3 or 4 days, and ran to my car, whatever. And when I left to head to this dinner, I texted and I just said, like, hey, after I go to this birthday party, like, we're gonna separate for a little bit. And I never went back. I moved back in with my parents. I had a divorce that lasted longer than my marriage. It took so long to get divorced. And I started over from zero. Like, I had no money in my bank account. I had lost things, and I was just back in like my childhood bedroom, like it was nothing. And I just slowly started to chip away at being healthier and at healing and at what a future could look like once I'm out of this hole. The best part was the snap memory right after the ones of being on my honeymoon 3 years ago is that 2 years ago, I bought my house. The day that I signed the papers for my house, I remember signing the papers. I'm getting this giant pack, this like binder of all these papers that I just signed my whole life away. It was the biggest decision I had ever made alone, right? Like, marriage is a big decision, but you make it with somebody else. Also, I felt like there were so many hands in those decisions. Like, I didn't make that decision by myself. And that was the biggest decision I made alone. And I sat in my car with those papers and sobbed. Like, effort doesn't even begin to describe what it took to get to that point from the year prior. And I was just, I mean, it was every emotion under the sun to be able to sign for a house that was mine with my money. And it was just such a turning point, like such a step in what was my like favorite time in my life. I told my therapist last year, like probably this time last year in the fall of 2023, that 2023 was my favorite year ever. Like, I just had I felt like I was learning so much about myself. I was growing. I was becoming such an awesome person. And on top of that, I had so many weddings and baby showers and celebrating my friends getting promotions and new jobs and learning things in the gym. Like I just had so many people to celebrate for so many things. And not only that, but the people I was celebrating, it wasn't just about their accomplishments. The people I was celebrating, they are some of the best people I have ever met in my whole life, and they're my people. Like in high school, or I mean, even in college, I had some terrible, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think my friends were really my friends in college, but like, you just kind of go through the motions. And sometimes you feel like maybe my friends aren't that great. My friends are the best people that I know. They are kind, they are compassionate, they are funny, they are badass, they're hardworking, they're moms, wives, girlfriends. They're the best people, and I get to call them mine. And just to be able to say that the circle around me and the people who have my back are incredible people, not everyone gets to say that. So anyways, now I've had my house for 2 years, and it was just such a crazy reminder. I didn't even realize that those things happened on the same day, but that feels like a lifetime ago. And now I have this life, and I love it. I love it so much. Life is hard, but I have such good people that you can't help but love it. Hey, guess what? I did not get that dresser built yesterday. I got home from the gym, and I actually started putting stuff in my car that needs to go back to the house, like the desk I dismantled and the desk chair, and nobody on Facebook Marketplace has messaged me about it, which is very frustrating. So I started putting stuff in my car that could go to the house because things just, they've got to start getting out of here. And then I was so productive doing that I sat down, started watching Suits, because I started rewatching Suits, and which I forgot how funny Suits is. It's like New Girl. Like, there's just new funny things every time. But then I was like, oh, I should eat dinner before I play sand, otherwise I'm not eating dinner until 10 o'clock. So then I made dinner, but then when I was eating dinner and I was watching Suits, and you get it. So the desk didn't get built, which is frustrating. But on the bright side, I kind of forgot it was Memorial Day weekend and that I don't have work on Monday. So Monday just is going to have to be a get shit done day. Like, no, I'm going to just like unplug my TV. And my sand team didn't even win. We played a team that arguably is the most competitive team in our league. We're in a competitive league already, but that team is like our team. Like, our team is pretty young, and a lot of teams we play just have older people on it that are still really good. You have to be good to play in this league, or else, well, you won't be allowed. Like, you'll get relegated. But this team is like a mirror of our team, and so I think we get frustrated because we're like, we want to be the good ones. And usually it's either us or them winning the whole thing, like the tournament at the end of the season, every time. So it's like we just have this like unspoken rivalry, which is fun because if you've played sports, you know that feeling of just like missing being competitive. And sometimes there is nights when we play sand that I don't care. And my friends are the same way. Like, sometimes we are just there because we have a game and it just is what it is. But we were like all ready to rock last night, like playing well. I was sweating. Most of the time I don't really sweat when I play sand. It was also like the most humid ever, so that was part of it. Like, it was just so sticky. But anyways, so we won the first game, lost the second game by 2 over, we played a 21, and we lost either 23-21 or like 22-20. Like, we had to go past 21. It was also frustrating and a big bummer. And then we came back in the third game. We like, I don't know, fell apart in the middle of the third game, which is hard to do because there's only 15 points. But we came back tied at 14-14, and then I think we lost 16-14. So we were like, because sometimes you're like, did I just get sandy for nothing? But that's okay, because we'll be ready come tournament time. And then by the time I got home, I mean, that's like the most sandy I've been in a while. And I probably should have washed my hair, but I'm going to the lake today, so it doesn't really matter. After the game, we kind of just sat around and talked, and so the team is two of my best friends that have been my best friends since we were 12. We met when we were 12 on a team together, and they have been my friends ever since. We were all bridesmaids for each other, and one of them, her maid of honor was her sister, and she was like, my sister doesn't want to give a speech, like doesn't want to have a microphone at the wedding. So then me and my other best friend gave the speech. So the point is that those are my best friends and we're very close. But then we have one of their husbands is on the team with us. And then one of his friends from CrossFit, actually, from their CrossFit gym, they don't go to the same CrossFit gym as me, is on the team, and he played basketball in college and actually has won an SB. He's one of the best people on the planet. Like, you would not know that he's this like amazing athlete. Well, you would if you saw him play. He is just a really amazing athlete. But just every day, he's just so nice, and he's goofy, and he makes sure that we don't get too serious, but he's very good. He's also like 6'7". And then we have one of our other friends from high school that plays with us, and he is also very good. I always feel like I'm losing bobby pins, but really it's that I put them in my gym bag. What I was saying before I interrupted myself was that we stayed after the game because we were just talking, because this is the one I talk to my friends a couple times a week in our little group text, but we just know that we're gonna see each other on Thursdays. So a lot of times we're like, oh my God, we like save tea for Thursdays. So after the game, I was telling them some stuff, they were telling me some stuff, and then we've all been talking about taking a group trip together. We went on vacation together this past spring. So we were like, no, in the winter, let's go to like an all-inclusive. Like, let's go somewhere warm when it's the dead of winter. So we were talking about where to go, and then we just decided that we're gonna have a PowerPoint night, and everyone has to present where they want to go, but not just where they want to go. They have to pick the resort. Like, they can't say, oh, I want to go to Cancun. You have to pick the resort, and you have to show your research, and we're all gonna vote. Because our friend who is the planner, she was like, I don't want to be responsible for the resort in case it sucks. And then, because we're adults, we were like, when are we gonna do this? We're all so busy, and like, we're booked and busy. And so we were like, okay, well then let's do it on a Thursday, because we know we have volleyball. So in a couple weeks we play at 8, and we're just gonna go to somebody's house before the game, have dinner, PowerPoints, and then we're all gonna go to the game together. Because we're like, we already blocked off Thursdays because we have sand. I say that, and that is exactly who I'm going to the lake with tonight and this weekend. So we see each other often. And we've got a little girl with us. My dad is gonna meet me at work to get her, because it's just easier for them to take her now than me trying to scramble to get her after work into their house before heading to the lake. So she gets to spend the weekend with Sunny and Papa, which is my parents' grandparents' name. It's the weekend. Not only is it the weekend, it's the holiday weekend. We're done with work. I need to head home, pack for the lake, and then I actually have an MRI tonight. It's at 5. But I have a pituitary adenoma, which is like an itty bitty tumor on my pituitary gland. I should have been taller, and my feet are really big, so it just is what it is. But homegirl was doing fine, and now she's messing with me, which is just really rude. So I need to go get an MRI, check on her. I found out about it in college, and so every couple years she just like acts up, and then we got to check on it, make sure it didn't get bigger and whatever. So I got to do that, and then I have a fantasy football draft with my friends from the gym, and then we're headed to the lake. It's gonna be so good. Okay, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to create a bunch of different types of content for you, not just vlogs. I love doing vlogs because they're just so fun, but I would love to create more for you guys. So please let me know what you would like to see and what I can do for you. Okay, love you. Smile you later.